Community Theater gets ready for opening night of
Hello, so I'm Sophie Warwick, and I was the director's intern for Bemidji Community Theater's Hello Dolly. This is the story of how the entire show got put together, start to finish. Pretty simple, right? Cast a show, rehearse a few times, get a costume, build a set, put on a show. Wrong. There's so much more to it than that. And here is how the entire process went. First, our talented minds of our Bemidji Community Theater Board decided upon the fall musical, Hello Dolly, and right away our fantastic director, Mary Knox Johnson, went to work designing the set, designing costumes, thinking about the cast, publicity, everything. Mary is the true puppeteer in our musicals. She's the glue that holds us all together, and nothing would be possible without her. Next, it was time for auditions, which were nerve-wracking for some, but exciting for the directors. We heard from a lot of talented actors, and decided among the talented few who would be placed in our show. Then came the first day of rehearsal, and it was so exciting to see so many talented people in the same room. A slight change to our usual schedule was that we had our first few weeks of rehearsal at the Bangsburg BSU Theater, for another fabulous director by the name of Derek Hoole was putting on his show Dolly-2015, which was amazing. At Bangsburg, the actors of Hello Dolly worked on learning musical numbers, and we even blocked the opening scene, Call on Dolly. During our few weeks here, we decided to have people write up their character analysis, which is a little backstory for each actor to get to know their character better, something we require from each actor in every show. The second Derek's show came to a close, we started our own rehearsals back up at the historic Chief Theater. And now comes probably the most important part to any musical, the music. Thanks to our fabulous and very kind choral director Karen Bradley, the show was a complete success. For what is a musical without the music? Some people found the music frustrating or difficult. Here's a little snippet from a rehearsal for the song Call on Dolly, which tended to get a few people in a couple of spots. Once at the Chief Theater, we decided to begin working on costumes. Marilyn Hood was our head costumer for this show, and she did a tremendous job. She also had tons of help from several other people such as Karen Bradley, Mary Knox Johnson, Melissa Quinn, and Dwayne Johnson, as well as several other volunteer sewers. Every single costume scene in the show either had to be altered or changed in some way, shape, or form, and each one turned out beautifully. Oh, and can we mention the hats? There were tons of them, for every woman had to have a hat in each scene, as appropriate to the time period of 1892. This required each actor to come in and make their very own hat from the show. Each one was individually unique and looked amazing. Now, Krista Grover is an amazingly talented choreographer and made the show so much more believable with the period dancing she picked out. Each scene had perfect movements tailored to each character. Just look at that! There is one part to theater that many people seem to forget about, which is the set. Dwayne Johnson and Mary Knox Johnson are truly partners in crime. Not only are they married, but they work so well together in the theater. The saying always goes, if Mary thinks it, Dwayne can build it. Dwayne is most definitely the best set designer in this little town of Bemidji. He's so unbelievably good at what he does, and never gets enough credit for it. So thanks, Dwayne Areno, for every person involved in theater. Susan Kedzie is our scenic painter, and without her, the set wouldn't even come to life. With her spunky personality and amazing talent, the set can go from this to this. Throughout the many weeks spent at the theater, we did our blocking, which is when the actors get to know where they have to be during the show. In these clips and pictures, you can see how truly the actors grow as we rehearse more and more. Oh look, Tech Week! The dreaded week of rehearsals. The week before opening. The time when everyone has a knife at each other's throats. The time where the best of the acting comes through. The time when everyone realizes we're totally ready or we're totally not. Tech Week is when everyone runs in costumes, makeup, with lights and sound. This is the time when everyone realizes it's the real deal. But everyone put their game faces on and it turned out to be a success. Shout out to Vicky Stenderson, who put countless hours into designing lights and maintaining a positive attitude the entire time. And to Melissa Hegland with sound, who helped every single actor be heard to the back of the theater. At Bemidji Community Theater, you learn to grow. Here's a clip from the first time running through the Act 1 finale before the parade passes by.
Before the parade passes by.
Pretty rough, right? Here it is again 2 days before we open. In these short 3 months as a director's intern, I've learned a lot, but especially that it truly takes a village to put on a show. Here's to the long nights at the theater, too many paint fumes, getting stabbed by too many pins, every last hat and bloomer, every note, every light, every line, every movement. This is all that we waited for. I love every single one of you, and I can't wait to do it again. You guys rocked opening night. I love you.